I want to get too serious here. I know you love it, but I don't want to weird out
honestly,
everybody.
if I'm honest,
I like being invited on podcasts.
No.
Nobody ever calls me back out.
No.
We're friends that laugh, we're friends that shout. Sometimes we don't know what we're talking about, but that won't stop us. Nothing can stop us. Ooh, yeah. 'Cause I can show you use the love, just rebrand it enough. It's stronger, better, bigger power, 'cause it is the golden hour. It's the golden hour.
I've never been like that though. Even when I was a kid, my dad would be like, "Look at the view," and I'm like, "I'll check it online." You know.
Yeah, I've always been like my brother. We're in Niagara Falls. We got to see the falls. I'm like,
But most people
I went Google it.
are like that.
It's gonna be a better picture than we can get with our peepers.
Right.
Just Google it.
Well,
It's like showing pictures at the zoo. Hey, bitch, unless it's in the wild, don't show me this.
The zoo is depressing.
yeah. Well, that's sad.
Oh, the
You're like, oh,
lions.
this is just prison.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad.
No, this.
But it's still better than Mother Nature, where they get murked. They're going to get murked. At some
Right.
point, you're getting murdered.
Yeah,
We're
that's
vibing already.
He's right though. He's right. Whenever
He is right.
Whenever I do a conspiracy, they go. I go. I'm vibing. I'm vibing.
Yeah.
Just to feel the waters out. I'm
Vibing.
vibing. I'm just vibing, bro. I don't know. I'm vibing here.
We're already vibing.
Tripoli vibe. We're vibing.
We're gonna make
baby.
shirts that say I'm vibing.
But I don't.
vibing here.
I don't know about the the zoo. I guess they'll get killed if they're not in the zoo, and if they're in the zoo, they live behind bars and they don't get to roam. I don't know what I'd rather like.
Leave it up to Mother Nature. The lion wants to roam and
but
fuck and do all that.
I know that, but I'm
Would
saying.
you rather roam knowing that something is coming for you, or live in a hotel where you
Exactly.
get everything you
Exactly.
could,
But you
can
can't
never
leave.
the hotel?
You can never.
I don't
leave.
know. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
I don't know.
Oh, it's not.
But
I'd
wait,
rather
isn't
roam.
that what we can do though? Either stay in the hotel or fucking go out and maybe get killed.
And we.
That
and we
is
stay
kind of
in
what
the
life is
hotel.
like.
Yeah.
Depending on what,
Interesting.
you know.
Depends what the hotel is, really. If it's a place I was going to stay at, then yeah. If I was a place Eric was going to stay at, I probably would choose go outside. Right?
Feel like a red
We're
roof
staying at
in.
Marriott's.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
No, the best, dude.
I'm
Holiday Inn.
platinum Bonvoy. Okay, so I don't even want to hear you. My hotel rooms are nice. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. We got Sam Tripoli
The
here
great
with us.
Sam
we
Trip.
we just start like that?
The
Man, you guys are on. You really are vibing.
Yeah, the number one. We wanted to take the vibe into the next level, so we decided to have Sam Tripoli on, who is Mr. Vibe himself.
Now, do we need to yell for you to?
Oh no, Eric
have a
always talks.
conversation?
We hear. I don't mind it because it's cool, but Eric
Yeah.
is always like they're
Well,
yelling.
we're in a war.
You're
over
at
there.
war.
It's
You
a
and
battle.
Yeah,
I'm fighting stupid.
yeah.
Right?
You're
An
fighting
army
we
of
agree with you there.
autistics,
Uh-huh.
idiots are coming
A
at
CIA cuck over
me. Yeah.
there. Dude.
And then like we'll argue, we'll fight, and then by Sunday I'll get a text going. You know what? You're right about everything.
Yeah.
You're right about everything. I was wrong. I can't believe it. And then he'll come in. He'll get reprogrammed. He goes to the clothing
Calls his
factory.
dad. Calls his dad.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
dad says the magic room.
Yeah.
Like fee fi fo fum, and then he clicks right back into
Like the movie Get Out. Brian just goes, ooh.
Yeah, Autobots versus Decepticons. That's
Yep.
how Brian sees the whole the world. Good guys, bad guys. And good guys can't do bad guy stuff.
Right.
Nope.
But I don't want to even talk conspiracies.
Oh, come on,
What do you guys
Sammy.
talk about in the show? I want to talk about all that.
All right.
Yeah, but that's.
I vibe though.
Like, why am I here?
I vibe, Sammy.
What are you talking about? Like if you made cupcakes and that's why we have you here, you can't be on here like I want to.
I'm a pizza guy today. It's like,
talk
no,
I'm
we
cool
were
with whatever.
expecting cupcakes.
I'm cool with whatever.
dude.
Dude, you don't have a fupa, man.
I know,
Actually, you know
but
what?
I've
I'll tell you
had
this
some,
much,
bro.
You know what, dude?
You look like an 80s
I'm gonna
white
say
rapper.
this.
Dude, that's the nicest thing said to me today. By
You
the way.
look. No,
That
here
is-
comes
yeah.
the nicest one. You look great, bro.
Thank
You
you,
really
dude.
look great.
Thank you.
You got 2 young kids, but
Yeah.
you're stressed doing all your shit and
All
everything.
the
You're on the
time,
road,
bro.
but you look great.
Financial
Your
fear,
glasses
But
are
you
all
look-
good, but- yeah.
But you look great.
Thank you, dude.
You wouldn't know it.
Thank you, dude. Thank
Great.
you. Thank you.
Good
Thank
for you, bro.
In the middle of some fasting,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Oh,
working
you're
on that.
in
Are
this
ya?
jiu-jitsu life, and you're taking it
Just
serious.
getting into jujitsu.
Since when?
Well, you know, I went to Eddie Bravo's
Right.
original school
Right.
Original.
way back in the
Right.
day on Santa Monica Boulevard,
Yeah.
and then because I was fucking doing drugs, excuse my language, I swore too early.
You're on
but-
Patreon.
No, it's
you're
okay.
you're
okay,
fucking good.
Okay, so I did drugs too early. I quit But then I decided to go back in, it was so funny because I've been with my girl 20 years. We don't care about any holidays. So I started jujitsu on Valentine's Day. How
Wow.
romantic is that?
Very romantic.
And then I just stuck with
Well,
it.
a
I
message
changed
was
schools.
sent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll choke
Yeah.
you out.
So since February.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's all right. That's that chunk of time.
It's so interesting when you do jujitsu
Yeah.
because you start out like I know nothing and it's like trying to learn Chinese. And then you'll be there for a couple months and then you'll wrestle with a brand new guy and
Yeah.
you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
I've got better.
I've got some
Yeah.
skills.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of skills.
Yeah. I did it for 5-6 years, and then stopped because
Why?
Because
Get injured.
I got injured, but also,
I'll tap.
but yeah, I know, but I didn't even. I was like just moving, and my knee popped.
Chris won't tap.
Yeah, I don't tap. I've died 9 or 10 times on the mat, but I don't. And then what happened was I got injured. I had to get surgery, and then after that, I started doing open mics, and I was like, oh, this is my life now. That's why.
I remember those
I just
days.
yeah
That's fair.
yeah you were right there. Yeah, I remember when you. I remember you were one of the I mean you were one of the first.
You
people
were
that I knew
opening
of.
for me at the a boat in Long Beach.
Dude, I just thought about that actually.
And you were talking about jeans.
was I?
That's all I remember
Wow.
is like, and I go, this
Sounds
guy's
about me.
going to do some great
Oh,
stuff.
cool. The
How long ago was that?
It was at the Queen Mary.
You had to just
Place is
a couple
haunted.
year in,
I
maybe?
started 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
Comedy
Yeah.
is hope.
Yeah. I don't even know what the
I
show
thought about.
was.
I just
Jim
thought about
Brown.
that because I just thought about the Queen Mary. Somebody, I don't remember why. I was
Shaq.
thinking
Remember
about
talking about Shaq and the Halloween at the Queen Mary?
Oh, he did. Oh,
Weren't
okay.
we making fun of it here?
Maybe. I
Yeah, I
have no
think
idea.
you and I were.
Shaq is everywhere.
Shaq
Dude,
did a haunted house at the Queen Mary.
What I don't get is guys like that. Just you already. You're done.
yeah.
I don't understand.
What won't you hawk?
You see him on those general fucking insurance commercials where the fucking guy
Because
with the mustache.
he
it's
owns
like,
it. He owns part of it. He's like a
Why
50%
though?
owner. And
Okay, so then
He
even
likes
further,
money.
Why does he own that?
money.
But he already
How
has
much
it.
money's
Pop-
enough
Pop-
money?
Papa John's,
Dude, you're
he owns-
hawking Papa John's.
He owns like
crazy,
75% Papa John's.
Have you had Papa John's?
Awful.
I have, yeah.
Awful.
Oh my God!
I
If
like
you
that-
want
I
your
like
tomato
that butter
sauce
sauce.
sugary,
Yeah.
Like that butter sauce.
hey, you want some diabetic?
It's so
Domino's
bad.
dunks
It's so
on
bad.
Papa John's.
It's so bad.
Okay.
And
You know, I'm in. Joe's
Domino's,
Pizza's the best.
Domino's is the shit.
Bro, say less. You want a
Say
cheat
less.
code? You want say less. You want a cheat code? Order it with extra marinara, so you know it comes fresh. Because if you just order cheese with toppings, they're like, get it out. They already have
Oh,
it ready.
snaps.
If you order extra marinara, it takes a little longer. It comes piping hot.
We're vibing. That's a conspiracy.
I'm in on that,
That's a
bro.
conspiracy.
That's
Is that a conspiracy?
That's a conspiracy.
Well, people pay for Patreon. I gotta
The
give them
Domino's
something.
conspiracy.
And
I'm
that's-
down with
usually I
Joe's
hold that
Pizza.
to myself.
The problem is that most of Joe's pizzas are in bad parts of town where you have to go and risk your life.
That's
to get
definitely
the
true
pizza.
because
Whose
I don't even
pizzas?
know what Joe's Pizza is.
Joe's Pizza.
I don't know, Joe.
Exactly.
The one that was on the one on Sunset, right?
There's one on Sunset, but there's the one on Hollywood's the best, and it's just surrounded
Well,
by
yeah,
chaos.
you gotta right.
It's like,
Well, if
dude,
it's
have you
worth
been to
it,
Hollywood
is
Boulevard
it a good
lately?
slice?
It's like
Oh, bro,
it's
I
like
drove
Taxi
through.
Driver.
Yeah, dude. I drove through, and it is.
I'm
Last
in
time I went.
danger.
Last time I went was a few. I drove. I always skip Hollywood and Highland. I drove. I stopped in the thing, and then as I was at the crosswalk, and people were like, hey. I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm never coming here again. I'm never coming here again. I'm like, Spider-Man's right there. Take a picture with him.
So you're big with the fat blacks. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of fat
I would
black on
love
Hollywood
that demo.
Boulevard.
Love that.
I would
dude.
love that demo.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Fucking
too,
fat
bro.
blacks. Hell
I
yeah,
would
dude.
too.
Would love them.
Fat blacks, they support.
They do.
Sammy, what's gonna happen? You think Trump's going to jail?
I don't think so. I don't. This is all theater. It's all theater to either get us all the corralled into him or to give us demoralizing no hope. That's it.
Well, how about this? He went
We vibing.
he went home with documents, right? So, but
A lot of presidents have.
that's what I was going to say. How many other presidents have done that?
All of them.
So
And
then
he wasn't. Joe Biden wasn't even vice president.
I know, and he had the
went
documents,
home with
and he had the
documents.
documents. So Trump at least was president when he had the documents.
Yeah.
And Biden had it when he was still not
Vice,
anything.
yeah.
So what the fuck is
all,
up?
all
dude?
they're trying to do is throw so much stuff.
It's weird.
And
It's
hopefully
weird.
something catches him. But even if he goes, let's say he's in prison,
Mm-hmm.
he could still be elected president, which I think will actually make him bigger.
Yeah.
And then he just veto himself. Like, cool, pardon himself. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy,
Well,
dude.
that would be crazy.
They're
Bonkers.
running everybody towards.
Good,
That would be
good chance that
absolutely
happens.
You know who
bonkers.
Trump's biggest supporters are? Fat blacks. Fat black.
Crystally,
I don't like how it says blacks. Yeah.
Blacks sounds racist, but it's
Yeah, the way, but the way he
It's a
says
celebration.
the way he says it.
no.
Why?
There's a tone.
The emphasis on the K.
celebration.
like if there was subtitles, it would say N-word.
Yeah,
If you just don't say fucking before it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the emphasis on the K. I feel like.
The
I'm
fucking
sorry.
fat
I love
blacks.
black
That's what he
chicks.
said.
There's this picture of Kim Kardashian and I think it's Serena Williams. I saw that chick in real life, Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Hoss.
That's a fucking
Woman.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, the thickest ass I've ever seen and I've never been happier.
Yeah, she was.
I mean, my dick would do no damage. None.
She was my neighbor.
Really?
Serena Williams was my neighbor. Yep.
She's so I love that.
And,
dude. That's what I'm into.
yeah.
Let me hit that Nephilim right there. Bang, bro.
You like that?
All day, dude.
She
Yeah.
dates that cuck who used to have
Reddit.
Reddit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story where they were trying to go into Reddit and they were going to they wanted to mine all the data and one guy was like, "No, you're not doing it," and he's dead. They,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
They offed him right off
Here we
the
go,
bat.
vibing.
Whoa!
So this
That's
shit,
not a. Those are facts.
But no, hold on.
Vibes.
But this shit does happen, though. This does happen.
Yes.
This
Yes.
stuff does happen.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Make no mistake.
So who's this guy? Is he just
He's the guy
random
from Reddit.
guy?
He's our
who-
boy out in Sweden.
I'm the co-host.
Yeah, he's the
Okay,
co-host.
God.
He's out in
congrats.
Sweden.
He was
Congrats,
extremely excited to talk to Sam.
oh, really?
He talked to
Oh,
me.
One guy.
We're about to
He said,
vibe.
"Dream come true." Quote.
Thank you, bro.
Here we go, bro.
Well,
What's
I'm
up?
sorry that this is your make-a-wish. You're not going to be around much longer, but enjoy.
So what you got, man? What's your name and what you got? Where you at? What's your name? Where
He's
you
in
at? What you
Sweden.
got?
Remember?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Chris, I'm from Sweden. I moved from LA to Sweden.
Yeah, we know you,
okay.
bro.
It's out there.
Yeah.
You
Look,
can't
you
find
got
it.
the jacket.
yeah.
You got,
Can't
wait,
find
the
it.
fucking jacket
you're
inside.
halfway to Swedish accent, too. I love that. You're getting influenced.
Yeah.
But what's the jacket inside, bro?
Oh, y'all.
There we go. Oh, by the way, my theory is that the countries that really run everything are the two countries that are neutral.
Now we're vibing.
Okay?
This
we're
is
vibing.
true
Switzerland?
vibe.
Now we're vibing,
And-
dude.
and-
Different vibes.
Switzerland and
This is different
Sweden,
frequencies.
they run everything. How can you just say I'm neutral? Right? When Hitler was just curb stomping everybody, Switzerland's like, we're
They're just
neutral.
like, here's some water.
So you think that they have? So they know they're
They're
involved.
above it.
Okay.
And they're just
They're
like,
calling the shots.
they're calling,
Well,
dude,
did you-
if you saw what came out of I feel like I hijack every podcast.
No, that's
Oh,
okay.
That's why you're here.
It's why we.
No,
I
no,
listen to
Sam,
your
did-
shit.
Damn. So apparently, side note, side conspiracy theory. Hitler did the whole with blonde hair, blue eyes because of Sweden and Norway.
I'm telling you, bro, any of these countries are like, we are neutral.
Well,
You're like,
that's
how
what
can
they
you
look-
just call that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're hey, we're cool.
Yeah.
And Hitler just rolls on by.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? I mean, like if you look at everything that's in Switzerland,
They're
it's
like-
all the shady shit.
Right. They're like the celebrity with no
It's also
social
all
media.
the
but-
boring shit too.
No, but that's where like the House of International Settlements is that nobody knows about. That's where
Sam knows.
CERN is. That's where the Committee of 300 is. That's where the Club of Rome is, which is shady as shit. That's where all that stuff is.
Can you explain some of those things?
So so everyone's always like, who runs this, who runs that. So the bank that runs everything is the House of International Settlements, and they run all the centralized banks.
Okay.
So if you go into like the year 2000, there were like 7 countries that didn't have centralized banks.
Right.
And it was all the countries that we ended up going into after 9/11, like Iraq.
Okay.
They want to go into Iran,
Syria.
Syria, Libya. You just go into all
Afghanistan.
these things. It's called the hammer and nail. That's what it is. That we're going to go into all these countries. None of them had centralized banks. So it's super interesting, man. But Switzerland is, I believe, where all the power is.
Wow.
That's where
Wow.
all the real shit comes from.
Well, my man can't get a
I'm
job.
in
there.
Sweden, but
I know you're from Sweden, but Sweden's neutral too.
yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are up some
Everybody-
shady shit. You guys are
everybody
where all
always
the
gets-
royals
gets-
are.
Yeah.
So what's this? Buenos Aires, Argentina's president.
That new, they call him the Argentinian Trump. He
Oh,
got
yeah,
rid
yeah,
of
yeah.
their central bank immediately when he got
Somebody has war coming, bro. Somebody has war coming. I mean, that's the number one way. It's crazy, dude.
So no more central bank. So now what kind of bank they got?
It's a federal bank, but it's a fake federal bank. They call it the Federal Reserve, but it's all.
But you
it's
know
not
that the
even-
Federal Reserve is not a federal organization.
Yeah, there's no governmental.
It's like the $6
over-
burger. It's not really $6.
Do you guys know that the IRS is not a federal government agency?
No.
Well, they sure pretend to be.
Yeah.
They're like
They're not.
They're like TSA.
They are a foreign they're a private company
Whoa.
ran
didn't
by
know that.
motherfuckers in Switzerland. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They're a private corporation out of like Puerto Rico.
I like that it's from IRS.gov and it says some argue.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Some argue the crazy Sam Tripoli's of the world. Right? It's all
Some
crazy.
argue that they're.
I'm
they're-
one of 'em.
Some argue, but those people are just vibing. It says on the on the website.
Yeah, aren't there like weird ways these YouTube videos up about like how to not pay taxes?
Yeah. Those.
How to get the government to pay for your house, and it's all these little like things.
Good
that you-
luck.
I know, but my mom sends me that. She just sent me one about the airline where it's like if they move your flight, you get to have $2,000 or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
Ma, no, you don't. I know you owe me this. They just go, no, I don't. And you go, oh, fuck. My mom sent me that thing. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work.
Because who enforces that?
Yeah. Well, not this lady. That's just like, what'd you just say? She doesn't
Yeah.
know, clicking around.
That's what Wesley Snipes' whole argument was until they sent him to jail.
See,
They
that's
made an
the thing, 'cause
example
they
out
can-
of him.
Yeah.
You usually don't get sent to jail, but with Wesley, like we're gonna make examples. Everyone's scared.
So did you guys hear what was happening with
What
the?
about Mike? The same thing with Mike. The situation too. He got sent to jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
again,
everybody's really bummed about that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, why?
Well, no, I mean,
the situation's gotten worse.
the lower class people, they.
he wasn't lower class though. He was making. They showed it. He's making like 15 million a year.
I think it doesn't matter how
Lower.
much he makes. He's still lower class. But yeah.
No,
Gin Tan Laundry. He made up Gin Tan Laundry. So, but
15 mil.
15 mil.
And then they showed what he spent on. He bought like 8 pairs of rims and shit. Just
Fuck
stupid
yeah, bro.
shit.
At the,
Yeah.
at the
Hardcore, love it.
nonsense store.
Yeah.
It's like they do a 30 for 30 for all these rich people that lose all their money. You know what I mean?
So we just started talking about Sweden with Chris, but he hasn't actually proposed the thing he wanted to talk
Okay,
about.
what
do
is
you
it?
want?
He's
Yeah,
got
what
like
you got,
8,
man?
but
Why
By the way,
are you
is
wearing a jacket
Is
inside?
it freezing where
Yeah.
you are right now?
No heat.
Bro, it is so. It's negative 25.
I'm out.
It doesn't matter.
feet.
Don't finish it. 20 whatever is bad.
Yeah.
Dude. So it's like it's cold as fuck in the house.
All right.
We have.
Why? Because you guys
We
are
have
getting screwed out of
shitty-
energy?
It's an old house. It's an old house. It's not very good
It's haunted.
insulation.
Okay.
Even with our fireplace, it doesn't even work.
All right.
Throw a log on it, dog.
Dude, I've been logging all day, dude.
All right. So what's up? What do you have to say?
Put that on a T-shirt.
So Sam, I was wondering about the what you know or what you think about the Egyptian artifacts and stuff that are found in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
then they-
yeah.
You know about this,
I
Sam?
think they
Yeah.
found that back in like the 70s, maybe, or something. They found it a while ago, and then I think it was like
Hieroglyphics.
Fill us in though. So they found alien artifacts in the Grand
No,
Canyon
they
because I've
found
been
like
there.
Egyptian. No,
That's
you haven't
alien to
been.
Brendan.
Have you been in the Grand Canyon all the way through?
I rode
There's
a donkey down
There's
there.
like within like the walls. There's like weird hieroglyphics
From the
and
Indians.
statues.
From the Indians, I
No,
thought.
but like really ancient ones, like Egyptian shit.
Egyptians. Stop saying aliens or Indians. Yeah.
No, but there's
that
the Indians were there, and that's who drew on the walls.
So-
So apparently Egyptians did.
I think
Okay.
you look it up. They
Okay.
found.
So
I-
my question is, let me look at these hieroglyphics because sometimes, what does it look like? Because is it just
Okay,
rock
so
formations
I
that?
can I actually have a.
You don't have to raise your
Nick
hand.
can look it up, But there's like.
It's nice though.
Oh,
we
they have
appreciate. That's how nice
Very
they are.
respectful. Yeah.
You got a fat
In
ass.
Sweden,
Neutrally,
they're like,
I'd like to say
excuse
that.
me.
Yeah.
You got a mitt on him right
Yeah,
there.
when they
dude.
want to heckle you doing comedy, they raise their hand up.
So what's up, bud?
No, so apparently there's like pictures or whatever. Whether they're real or not, I don't know.
Sure.
But
Yeah, Messe Verde. I've been
like
there.
walls. There's like
Yeah.
walls of like people of like tombs, I guess you would
Yeah.
say. Or whatever. And there's like four. There's it's like all the kings.
Yeah.
And shit, something like that. They have that, and then I have notes.
Oh,
Well, this guy's cute.
he's vibing.
Oh, you cute.
I feel like a summer some college kid.
Yeah,
did
in the
this.
70s. Yeah.
He's trying his best.
No. He's saying
meeting
he
his
feels
hero.
like back
Please
then.
stop.
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
with all
his
the
hero.
drawings?
Yeah, I
You're
feel like
doing
some.
great
I feel
with
like
me,
some
bro.
college kids went
You're
in and
doing
did
great
this.
with
No, it's
me.
Native Americans. I've seen it, man.
Yeah, you, Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, all the winners.
You guys are
Love
You are,
always.
you are not
this
alone.
Is why the internet's bad.
No, it's not. Go back.
You guys
Go
can
back.
fight each
No,
other.
but you know what? It's also entertainment. Not only is it
For sure.
entertainment, I guess in some sense, but it's also like, dude, nobody really knows, right?
Well,
So
No, yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
Better to
Yeah.
take that information in and then
So
Later,
there's this
you found
whole
that-
thing that
I thought you
history is a
purposely put it
lie.
on there. No.
Do what?
40.
So all right. So there was a fake spider on my thing from
He
Halloween.
goes,
and
did you
Damn it.
do
it scared
He
me.
goes, did you do it?
You did that?
We were gonna do it to you later, just to say like what's on your mic, but you already found it. So
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
it's-
I saw it right away. I thought it was some.
Oh man,
It's
all right,
like
whatever. It's all
editor,
good.
like do the replay of that now.
Are we trying to figure out who would be more scared out of all you guys? And we for some reason we picked
Probably.
Chris.
I like
Yeah, I
spiders,
don't know.
man.
Brendan would have went like this. All right. So yeah. So what is this stuff? What do you think it is?
Well, I mean, timeline.
Well, it just shows
history
that
is a
they-
lie. Everything that you know
Oh.
learned in school is a giant lie.
Okay. Fine. Good.
Yeah, and that,
Timelines.
and that,
Put your
that people
visa.
were traveling to the Americas before, what we think is Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sure,
You're
sure.
telling me Christopher Columbus didn't discover this sweet land?
So, all right. So
Hey,
No, most of the slaves were here. They're
Yes.
called Moors, and they created a whole giant civilization. And then Redskins aren't even Native Americans; they're Vikings. That's who the real Redskins were. They were all here way before all that stuff. All that civilization was already here.
Did they have red skin or
No, it was.
yeah, well,
it
I
was
don't know the
based on
Redskins
their-
part, but
the-
yeah,
face paint?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like their
Yeah,
sunscreen because
yeah.
they're like super white
Yeah,
Vikings.
it's Swedish.
Yeah, so it's all that. If you go through all of Florida, there's all this stuff that tells you the timeline that you are taught in school is a complete and utter
Way
lie.
off. And that's
The
why
Moors were here. I'm part Moor.
Dude, and that's
I'm
why-
Armenian, which is Asian, and I'm
Okay.
Moor, which is black. So I'm black Asian. I'm Blasian, dog. I'm like so fucking super woke.
And this is,
related to Mandy Moore. So all right, they're more. All right. So
so are we gonna homeschool our kids or
no.
Yeah.
What
Can we get back to what's going on at the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, well, this is part of the timeline. So if you go and you study architecture of all of these pyramids, even though these are supposedly civilizations that never knew each other or ever met, they have the exact same
it's all
archaeology.
similar?
Right.
It's all
that.
similar, yeah.
and
it's
how?
all connected.
And so how?
That's why. So how does that happen? Well,
Right.
it could be that there was one giant civilization, and that we were told that there were different timelines and all that stuff. And the truth is, the pyramids were probably even older than the Mayans and the Aztecs, and they just moved in. They were like, "Oh, we made this." It's kind of like
They don't know how it was built.
it's kind of like
Right.
in Michigan's where like bears move in the houses and they're like, "This is our house." It's like we made
So
this.
Sam,
It's like,
but
no,
Sam,
dude.
so then why? But then why do they educate us on those timelines?
Yeah,
What's
why?
The
What's
benefit?
the reason?
Why not give us the
because
truth?
everything is about just making you think that you
Control.
have no power and you're just a fucking monkey in shoes. That's all they want.
So
you to
then
believe.
how do I have power if I realize that that's the truth?
and I think-
Because if
His hand
you
is raised.
I don't care.
okay, yes, your hands
It's too
up.
polite. Just interrupt.
I was just gonna say they don't want us to know because and this is also Graham Hancock shit that I'm probably
gotta just make it yours.
as well.
Own it.
But like-
Remix it. Carlos
but like
Mencia, that shit.
I think it's just because a lot of the mainstream archaeologists, they want to be wrong.
Yes.
And so what they do is like, no, we're right, and all this other
I understand
stuff
that.
is absolutely wrong. But which is crazy because science and all that stuff is supposed to be challenged. That's the whole point of science.
I understand
is to
that.
continually learn. But yet these guys are just have a big ego and they don't.
I get that, but why is it?
But
why
again,
is it-
where did those guys learn?
yeah, why is it beneficial? Why is that the beneficial story to keep power?
Well, because it
Well,
was
now,
a
for sure.
thing that they were taught
Now,
a long
yeah.
time
Well, because
ago.
there's a lot of stuff going on about like technology, what our real technology, like
Got it.
how much of our money goes to pay for energy, all that stuff,
Yeah.
our medicine,
Right.
Like
Can't
you have
follow.
pharmaceuticals, all that stuff. They want you to take all this artificial stuff. In reality, there is natural remedies to every single thing, including that. You know, if you get in this thing called Tataria, which is very highly debated,
one
but
of my things.
if you ever study like go to the early Chicago World Fair. Look at this stuff. So what they want you to believe is that they built this thing, this giant World Fair, in 2 years and then knocked it all down. And it's like the
Yeah.
reason they don't want you to know that is because there is right here. Look at this. That's what
That?
they're telling you.
That's Chicago?
That's the Chicago World
Dude,
Fair.
that's where I'm going to be at.
no.
Friday, Saturday, 2 shows.
Yeah.
The nuts,
Yeah.
dude.
Right there is hilarities.
and
right
that's
over
not
there in
close
the
to
corner.
Oxnard, California, right? Because I'll be there in December. No, but wait. So
I don't see Quesada Catina in New Mexico.
So wait, hold on.
29th
Wait, so
and
that was
30th.
Chicago?
hold on. So wait. So what are they saying this was and what?
That World Fair, according is 1893. And they say they built all of this in 2 years. And then when the World Fair was done, they tore it down.
And what was the reason?
because they could.
So, but why is that a problem?
Because if
Why
you
is that a
talk to
problem?
architects, they would say just the design of all of this stuff would take you 15 years.
I get that,
Just
yeah.
the design.
And now, by the way, now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, dude, this is all paper mache and all this crazy stuff. You're like, you're nuts.
But
bro.
why is this a problem though, Sam? Who gives a fuck?
Because it's timelines.
Oh.
It's timelines. They're lying to you about the history of
So you're
everything.
saying this could be whenever, way back when.
This could be
It's just
Tataria
reclaimed
is a
monument.
shipping trading empire that has been wiped out from history.
Got it.
And they don't want you to know about it because they had technology that we could only dream of, and which was using vibrations to heal people. So now instead of you go doctor, they give you a bunch of drugs. They were doing stuff with vibrations to heal the sick, and like people are like that's so fucking nuts. But
So yeah. So how much do you think of what Terrence Howard says is true?
well, what parts?
The
I mean,
stuff
broken
about-
clocks are right twice a day, right?
Right,
I mean,
right,
it's
right,
like-
right. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, the vibration thing too is kind of crazy with like the healing. because-
Roseanne says crazy, like she says it in a crazy
Mm-hmm.
way, and she does say some crazy shit. So you're like, does that negate everything?
Well, that's the problem with listening to conspiracy.
But here's the thing:
yeah.
Tell him.
if you compare like what most conspiracy theorists say versus what the news tells you, one side is way right than the other,
Got it.
but you just keep moving on.
Yeah.
But because what people look at conspiracies, they go, if I start following this shit, I'm going to have to admit that I don't have a good bullshit meter and got
Right.
all this stuff
Well,
got
yeah,
against
yeah.
me. What have I brought my children into? Is it complete chaos?
Mm-hmm.
And am I a part of this system that is this low vibrational, super demonic bullshit? And people just don't. They just want cash checks and keep
yeah.
But
moving
also,
forward.
Sam, even let's say you were that person where you're like, this is all bullshit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well,
Take your kid out of school, be
Well,
the guy
that's
on
the whole thing.
YouTube,
Well, how
like
do you-
argue with people. Like, what do you?
I think that you should just live your life the way that you do, but just know that if shit goes down or whatever, south, whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
then you know, I guess the
you
truth.
can,
yeah.
I mean, the biggest
Like,
thing is you don't want to
like
get lied.
you know
Like
what-
I don't like getting lied to.
Yeah, but isn't this all like
Yeah.
language? If you think about like you call what a conspiracy versus a not, why is something a conspiracy? Because it's not the norm, and what's the norm? It's like the difference between a cult and religion.
Okay.
Is
How is-
what?
there's
It's
no
the same
difference.
thing
By the
with,
way,
like,
I love
I'm
Chris
gonna bring
Paul.
this up. Alex,
He's my favorite
Alex
clipper.
Jones brought up Jeffrey Epstein 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been I've talked about that stuff.
So you have everyone going,
People thought that was
Pizzagate's not
crazy,
real.
but
Fine,
that's
they're
why-
not doing stuff in a basement.
Right.
Fine, I want to believe that. But Jeffrey Epstein is a giant pedophile ring right out of Washington, D.C. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
right
was a
there.
conspiracy.
So you're
But then
saying there's
then
some
everybody
truth to
was
what?
like, you're crazy. but
Sometimes
now
there's
it's-
some truth.
So like the whole thing with Pizzagate
Right.
was they get ahead of it. They tell you that, oh, they're doing this stuff in the basement.
They
Right.
exaggerate it, so the
So
truth.
then
like,
people are like, oh, and then you find out one thing which he told everybody, oh, there's no basement here, even though there's all these articles, him talking about his basement.
I see.
So I went to what's Cosmos Pizza? What's it called?
No, it's called
Cosmic, right?
Yeah,
Cosmic.
Comic Ping Pong.
Yeah. So I went
God.
there. I went when I was on tour in DC. I went there, met the owner, and I said, "Man, this has to be terrible. Can I go to your basement?" He goes, "Sure, I'll take the basement." He goes, "Come on." He goes, "Come on." Takes me. He goes, "Look, there's no basement now." There could have been, but he's like, "Look, it's the
I'm sure he
closet."
gets that all the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The secret red door.
Well,
His
you
food
can
was
look at the
fantastic.
article in which the owner talks about the basement.
Yeah.
So
To you.
So when I realized something was up, okay, was when that guy went in there and shot the place up. Now the question is, what did he shoot?
Right.
Well, do you guys know what he shot?
No, I don't know. I
pepperonis.
don't even know if he shot
Actually, I
anything.
don't.
He shot the server up, the computer.
Okay.
It's the only thing he shot. He walked in,
Yeah.
bang. So you start studying that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, who is this dude? Well, you study him, you find out who his father is. His father ran this super creepy, like, kids productions where he made kids entertainment.
Yeah.
Any guy in kids entertainment that doesn't have children is like super creepy.
Red
Right,
flag.
right,
yeah,
right,
red
right.
flag. Yeah,
So,
pedophile.
anyways, you start studying this guy's dad. Well, his dad also worked for a charity called Habitat for Haitian Orphans. Do you know who funded that?
Wyclef.
The
Clifton.
Clinton Global Initiative, dog. He worked for the Clintons. It's like
So they
this
traffic those kids in. You follow?
Well,
I'm
you know
trying
that
to
the
follow.
Clintons got in trouble. Okay, I don't want to go too
No,
deep.
no,
I
come
don't
on.
want to get
No,
too
I love
serious
it. I
here.
love it.
I know you love it, but I don't want to weird out
honestly,
everybody.
if I'm honest-
I like being invited on podcasts.
No, no,
and
no,
then
no.
Nobody ever calls
Bro,
me back after.
No. Honestly,
His
I
chair
like
starts to go down
Patreon.
slowly.
because my whole point is I have no for me, and I've always
I
said this,
love it.
I have no idea what the truth is.
Yes.
And I don't
Most
think I'll
people
ever
don't.
know.
He took
I
a
don't,
COVID shot.
I don't
Sam.
think I'll ever know.
This guy did too.
The first one. The first one. And then
look at him.
51. I
Yeah,
had
but
to
no,
take.
but
Dude, he boosted up.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I did the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it.
They
But
got
so-
him, bro.
So
Get him, Sam.
So wait, but no, I don't know the truth about
Okay.
anything. I don't think I ever will.
Okay.
So I'm
You're not
open
ready
to,
for it.
No, it's not that. I'm open to whatever the fuck anyone says. I don't know.
Insert.
It's
Wait,
very
can I-
interesting.
But can I say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
I think like with the Epstein thing, it was like people are like so Alex Jones says, oh, Epstein 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we all knew about Epstein.
Really?
I didn't.
When you look at the documentary about Epstein, they were going after him back then.
Right.
He got arrested.
No, wait.
in Palm Springs.
Exactly.
Yeah, 10
what I'm
years
saying,
ago.
it's just like with like Cosby when like Hannibal was doing that joke as an offhanded joke. He was like, "Yeah, just Google it, look up these articles," and that's when people went, "Oh, okay, Cosby." Then they were like, "Oh shit, yeah, 15 years ago, people were suing him or whatever."
Yeah,
like
but
this is like what I'm
I
saying is like it
understand what
This
wasn't
you're
goes
like,
a lot
saying,
deeper, though.
people-
'Cause
but
you-
like-
we
Saying, like, we knew about
some
Epstein,
of
we just
our-
didn't care.
No, we did
people
care. You didn't
look
know he's
up to-
connected with Clintons and how deep it
all
goes.
I'm saying is like it wasn't like this surprise because when you even the documentaries that they put out, they were going after him. The district attorney was going after
But
him.
not to
Epstein.
this level.
10 years ago.
here's
Not to this
my
level.
issue with what you're saying is that they didn't realize how vast
Correct.
the whole
politicians.
thing was. You could be like, this guy's
Yeah, of
doing something
course.
shady, but then when you start to slowly over time, people working to get the information out, you start to realize that, especially all these anti-Trumper people in Hollywood, how many of them are on that flight log stuff? It's like, it's
All of
super
them.
crazy.
All of
So
them.
if you study what happened in Haiti, you know, it's like this woman. This is how crazy it gets. Laura Silsby, right? She flies out there with a bunch of these Christian people want to help.
Who's who?
Okay, Laura Silsby is part of this like Christian organization
Okay.
that wanted to work to say they wanted to help
Okay.
orphans.
That's
Okay.
always the front.
Okay.
Well, sure,
So
yeah.
they fly into Haiti, right?
Right.
They're just grabbing kids off the street.
Okay.
And trying to fly them out. This woman, they go up there.
Caveat here, she has red hair.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Red
Never
flag,
trust a
red
redhead.
hair.
Oh,
Never
you
trust a
think-
redhead.
never tr-
So
okay.
she goes to court. She gets found guilty. Her lawyer goes to court.
Guilty
he
of
gets
what?
arrested.
Guilty of
Guilty
what?
of
Human trafficking.
child sex trafficking.
Oh, wow.
Of
Okay.
trafficking, child
Jesus
trafficking.
Christ.
She gets busted. She's in a jail. She's in a jail in Haiti. Guess how she gets out? Bill Clinton flies in, tells him let her out. They let her out. Do you know where she works right now?
Tell him.
Starbucks.
She works in Florida's version of the Amber Alert in
wow.
Florida. Wow. That's what she works on right now.
So, all right. So the argument here is
Nick over here.
one side says that what she's doing is noble and just because she's trying to help children. And the other
all
side
covered.
is
Nobody's saying that except for the people trying to
Cover up.
gas, give a smoke screen to what she's
to
doing.
what?
To what?
Give a smoke screen to
Get
what?
to the kids.
So that you don't pay attention to what she's doing.
to the
Which
kids.
is
trafficking
child sex trafficking.
for these politicians and other higher powers.
okay. So you're.
I mean,
all right.
how deep do you want to go?
No,
We'll
I-
go real
I'm
deep.
asking the
Which is
questions.
I just don't
also
want me and Chris
adjacent-
Paul will go deep, bro.
Yeah.
I thought Chris Paul looked
Which is
good.
also adjacent to fucking the
We lost it there.
Yeah, you got to learn how to
He always-
finish
he always
sentences,
loses
homie.
it.
I know, hold on. I'm so nervous.
No, it's
dude.
okay.
Hey guys,
No, don't be-
I
we're
do that to
vibing.
people.
Which is also
guys.
adjacent
Yeah,
to
no, I know.
Margaret.
This is Tripoli's
Margaret
fault.
Sanger, right?
We're just four guys vibing, dude.
You said Margaret Singer.
All right. No, which is also adjacent to Margaret Sanger, who also started Planned Parenthood and purposely put it into the neighborhoods of lower class citizens, and put it as like, oh, it's abortions and it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that's getting
Oh, but
some
really,
crazy
she
You know
was
what's tough
trying
with
to.
conspiracies? You gotta
build
know
a
your
pool.
shit. You know, he's kind of like me with
No,
cars.
he got it.
Like
he's
I,
got it. He's got it.
like I kind of
About
know,
what
but
is
you
that
better know
about,
your
like
shit.
the dark side of
No,
Planned Parenthood. and
I don't want to say
Bill
anything
Gates. Do you know
wrong.
Bill
That's
Gates'
what
father
I'm
started
trying to
Planned Parenthood?
I did
articulate.
not know that, but why is that weird?
Well, because now
Motherfucker.
I'm
Would
not
you just
just
let him?
yeah, bro. I'm not.
I'm
but
just
but no,
reacting.
hold on.
My God.
I'm asking partly
Legit question.
sometimes for me,
Educational.
and then also so people fucking understand.
Yes.
So
Go.
just let it go.
I don't want
I like
that-
it.
This
the
guy.
Planned
I
Parenthood
thought you
chick
knew this stuff.
But maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm asking. So it's a podcast.
Okay. I thought this was common knowledge.
The easiest answer to that
Yeah.
doesn't get too dark is eugenics, which
Okay.
is depopulation.
That's not too dark.
That's
That's the most simplest thing that doesn't get too crazy dark.
And Sam, isn't that what Bill Gates is preaching? Like he wants to lower
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. He's like, if
He's all
everything
about
works
lower
out, we'll lower the
population.
population by 20%. You're like, what?
And Elon's going, whoa.
Yeah.
No, we need more people. What the fuck are you guys talking
Well,
about?
Putin
They
just
bought
put out
Twitter.
like he wants all the Russians to have 8 children.
well, dude, the populations are
'Cause
going
they're all
down.
dying.
I don't know what's happening in China and Japan, but nobody wants to bang Asian chicks because nobody's having kids. Nobody's having kids.
If I was single, I'd do
You'd
it.
fly
I
out
love
there.
that,
This
dude.
guy.
There's a hero right there. I'm willing to go over there and bang everything.
a real Swedish hero.
Just a bunch of
So-
Tripoli kids.
Wait, we got sidetracked.
Yeah,
here.
so-
Let's
so-
get back
so,
to
all right, so-
get back to this later. Redhead. So,
so-
the redhead
Later.
went.
Yeah.
She went there and she was just snatching kids.
Okay.
She got tried in a court, found guilty of it. Her lawyer who defended her later on got found guilty as well of
Okay.
trafficking children.
Really? Okay.
So she was in jail and Bill Clinton flew into Haiti and told the government, let her out.
One question. Why the fuck are all these high profile like government officials, politicians, why are all of them so into kids? Why is it just
Because
why
it's
is it
the
hot
ultimate
chicks?
form
They
of
fuck
blackmail.
too much.
What'd you say?
And then that's the next.
It's blackmail. It's control.
Well,
It's
that-
like
it could be
Scientology.
that
You got
people-
something. You got it. You got
they-
something
There we
on
go. Do you know that Pornhub
They're
is a
banging too
giant
much. They
CIA?
need something new.
It's a CIA front.
it. So they know I'm watching
Yeah,
big black ladies.
but they don't even care. Fat blacks.
They don't care that I'm watching fat blacks.
They don't
Okay,
care.
Okay.
What they really do is watching the guys who are commenting on like the creepy videos.
Okay.
Smart.
And what they do is it's
So
data.
worried, by
It's
the
just-
way. Smart.
Okay.
It's
delete.
It's just
He's like, I'm
data.
glad I got a new computer today.
Dude, what if we heard her say?
thing's fast.
Dude, what if we heard her say smart, and then we heard like the fucking.
Like he's getting rid of all his files.
Smart.
All right, so
Then they
okay.
see who is into
Did the old Hillary Clinton.
all of who is into stuff.
Yeah,
that they can
the
blackmail
illegal
you
shit.
for.
Okay. Oh.
But I'm
okay.
still confused, Sam. So you're
So
like,
if they
hold on.
no, so now they find out who's into like politics, right? They'll do that. They'll follow you
Yeah,
and they'll
yeah,
be like,
yeah.
who's into talking about politics? Hey, dude, this he's a creeper and he's into boom, let's position him here. We'll help him get here. Then you feed him some shit and bang, now they own you. Now they can control
That's
you.
interesting. Ah.
Everything.
But
that's
how,
all.
you say they blackmail Sam, but how do they get so many people that are so into fucking, kids? There can't be that many people into kids.
Data on it.
They fuck.
They have the data on that you're in.
So
you're
how?
into that.
So all right. So this is the. So you're saying this? There's a higher level of this. What? How low do they go? Like, are they getting Hollywood stars?
They're getting yeah.
They're getting okay.
100%. And they're getting
Eric?
politicians. And
Have you ever been contacted?
I'm just saying it's great that this guy just got up and got a
Oh,
snack.
that's amazing, dude.
A Zin.
snap.
A
Oh, he
Zin.
wants to chew with you, bro.
Oh yeah, what's up, Daddy? What do you,
snap.
dude? In Sweden, they have the
Looks like Ro.
strongest ever. How many milligrams is that? Like 7,000?
So you can OD on that shit?
I don't know. This one's a level 2. I
Sweden.
don't know. It doesn't say.
So all right.
Like
so,
these are
all right.
real quick. These are like 6 milligrams. Those would be like
I have
2,000.
other ones.
Jeez.
Actually, I can't. Oh, here it is.
No wonder he.
I
no
ordered
wonder
This
he
one's a
can't get his
level
words right.
3. It's just says this one's jalapeno, but it just says
Ew.
Yeah, it says strong. Yeah, that's different.
jalapeno lime. It's actually really good.
Is it?
But I'm also
try
Mexican,
some.
so
Are you the only
Well,
Mexican in
that explains
Sweden?
it.
Are you the
Dude,
only
I
Mexican?
think so. Yeah.
You should open an authentic Mexican place, and you would crush, even if you couldn't make a
Wow.
burrito.
That was my first. When I first came on here, that was my thing. I wanted to open a Mexican.
We're gonna
restaurant.
donate it to a Mexican food truck.
Dude,
in
open
Sweden.
up something.
Drive
bro.
over there with one of your trucks, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so
dude,
with one of your
fucking
trucks and a
6 Boy
fighter,
Food
go.
Truck Diaries.
Yeah.
Swedish.
That'd be
I
fun.
mean, like, we can get into other stuff. I feel like
we
this
got-
is getting too dark for
No.
you.
We got 3 more guys with other topics.
All
So
right, let's
what?
go.
Fuck them.
okay. See you
later,
No,
buddy.
yeah, that
It's
doesn't
great.
matter, whatever.
No,
dude,
thanks for
I can't
coming.
believe we're getting
Yeah,
rid of
listen to
Chris
Chris,
Paul.
dude.
Bye,
Fuck
Chris.
them.
Yeah,
See you,
yeah,
buddy.
we-
Thanks for
we
coming.
We love you. We
We'll
love
see
you.
you
buddy.
next
Go back,
time.
bang
You're
your
the
legs,
best,
keep
man.
warm.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you, dude.
Bye.
Complete
Yeah,
your
I mean, whatever. We don't need
sentences.
to hit everyone, but that's okay.
Report him.
Sure. So I wonder how
Anything
low
else?
it gets.
We'll talk anything else.
But
whatever you want.
Sam, explain this to me. So whenever we talk about left and right, you're like all of them are in on it.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't vote for anybody. But Trump, to my understanding, he's the outlier.
Listen, there,
Trump
you could-
2024.
You could go and go, hey, listen, here's my opinion on Trump. So everyone got mad at Bill Burr's wife for flipping off
Yeah.
Trump. I'm fine with it. I think you should take truth to power.
I don't care.
And I think you should do. I have a lot more respect for that than I do have of all those people cheering George Bush Jr. at the World Series and then the Dallas Cowboy game. I mean, that guy's
threw
a
it well.
fucking war criminal. So you should always take truth to power. So when I say this, Trump is my favorite war criminal. Of all the war criminals, he's my favorite. It's like when you have to pick your favorite, like,
You just lost Brendan.
horror monster, right? Like
Hey,
I like
hey.
Jason Voorhees over
right,
Freddy
right,
Krueger.
right.
Well, they're all gonna kill
Shut
you,
his
but
mic off, Nick.
He's my favorite one. So it's this.
But how's he a warmonger? He hasn't said anybody. He prevented wars.
Dude, listen, Donald Trump. They were going to ban sales of weapons to Saudi Arabia so they couldn't commit a genocide in Yemen where they've been starving these people to death simply because they're pro-Palestine. And like he vetoed that. Dude, he gave $10 billion to Bill Gates. He basically tried to violate the First Amendment. But here's a crazy story. Do you guys
Okay.
want to hear this?
Yes!
Yep.
This is a crazy thing. Okay, so do you guys know why they never wanted to pay college athletes?
No, I mean, I think I know, but no.
Okay, so when you probably never asked yourself this, but what do colleges do with the profits? Like, is it college a
I ask
business?
myself this all the time.
Okay,
Like college, like
They put it into the
it's one of
school,
the
right?
things that shouldn't be. It's one of the things that shouldn't be for profit.
Right.
Education should not
Right.
be
Yes.
for profit.
But that, I
So
assume
yes,
they put into
go.
the school
So you
to
get
the
into, like-
So here, dumb guy, they put it back into the school.
Okay,
Okay.
so they
No, but
don't.
I'm just saying.
So you ask yourself, why do these giant corporations, why do these TV networks pay like $2 billion for college basketball when no one's watching it, right? Okay. So basically your college, okay, is ran by a board of trustees. What do the board of trustees do? A board of trustees manage the trust.
Yeah.
And that's where once everything's paid off, all the excess money goes into a trust. And what does the trust do? The trust tend to invest in hedge funds. Okay? And what do these hedge funds tend to invest in? The military industrial complex. No one talks about it. So why does Ron DeSantis, why does Trump ban BDS on campus? Because a lot of these military industrial complex companies are Israeli owned. So they can't have that happening on campus or else they couldn't invest into these fucking companies. That's why they had to violate the First Amendment. Nobody ever talks about it. So when you bring in NIL, which is name, image, likeness, this is where they could sponsor the athlete directly and not take from all the money that would normally go into these hedge funds. Now, when you get into like the great example of this is when you get into like when everyone's like, I'm tired of my tax dollars going to the Ukraine. Your tax dollars aren't going to the Ukraine. What's happening is that our Federal Reserve is printing up money and sending it to what you think is Ukraine. It is not. They're sending most of your money to Raytheon, Boeing, and then that money gets turned into weapons. And that gets sent to
But
the
what is
Ukraine.
Zelensky and all the guys that we're supposed to be
They're
giving money
getting a
to?
small
Wouldn't they
chunk.
come out and be like, we didn't get our $6 billion, bro?
That's a small chunk of all the money being sent because the real money is weapons.
And that's why they didn't give
your
Hawaii
tax
money.
dollars doesn't go to Zelensky. Your tax dollars go to paying off the interest of the money printed
Borrowed.
by the Federal Reserve, which is never meant to be paid off.
Yes.
Ever. It's never meant to get paid off. I could go even deeper. Do you want to hear crazy stuff? I mean, dude, this is crazy, and it will bring you back to Brian Callen if you really want to hear this crazy, fun, crazy, weird story, or maybe not.
No, go.
Okay.
What are we doing, Sam? We're already in the pool.
So if you want, I think I already told you some of this, but if you study the Iran hostage situation of the 80s, right? So that was really not about hostages or anything like that. That was a play by the banks. So what happened was the Shah was taking these crazy loans
Oh, you told me.
from Chase Bank. Do you want to hear it then?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, no, because they
was
don't
taking
know. They're
crazy loans from Chase Bank.
Okay.
And the reason that these giant international banks love dictators is because they know they'll take the money and not actually give it to the country. And the country will default on these loans, which means that these giant corporations can come in and take all of their natural resources. Read the Economic Hitman. So what happened was that the Chase Bank was giving the Shah all this money, and he was taking it in an illegal way because he didn't go through Iran's Congress, which has to approve loans.
Okay.
So he didn't do it. So after a while, the Iranian people rise up against Shah, and they democratically vote in this other guy. I forgot how to pronounce his name. So he gets voted in.
Okay.
He looks over these loans. He goes, hold on. These loans, first of all, the first thing this guy does is he basically takes over the oil. He takes it from the U.S. corporations and the British corporations, and they make them they nationalize the Iranian oil. So the Iranians will make money off it.
Okay.
The Shah gets ran out. So
The new guy.
the old guy gets ran out. The new guy takes over the oil fields and say, "Hey, we're running oil now, right?" This gets super interesting. So the new guy looks over the loans, going, "Hey, man, these loans, one, are shitty deals, and two, you didn't go through the natural process of us taking out these loans, so we might void these loans." Well, Chase was already in super bad standing with the Federal Reserve. They had a shitty rating, and this would have destroyed them. They would have been done as a bank. They freaked out. They run to the U.S. military, and they call in Henry Kissinger, right? So Henry Kissinger, some Rockefellers, go get the old dictator. that was in Iran.
Okay, that got
and
ran out.
Brings him over to the U.S. going, oh, we're taking care of his health. But there was no reason for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Iranians see this, right? And they're like, if you try to install him again, we're going to go nuts. We're going to show you we'll take over your embassy. So before the big hostage situation, they go in earlier and they take over the U.S. embassy.
The new dictator with the fucking... Or the new guy that they voted in, and then
No. He
the new
doesn't.
Shaw.
The Iranian people take over.
Okay.
Am I making?
No, I'm
this
getting
makes
it. I'm
sense?
getting
Okay.
it.
So the Iranian people take over the U.S. embassy for 3 days,
Okay.
going,
Yes.
we're just gonna let you know we could do this. Fuck around and find out.
Okay.
We don't want you guys
Right.
to fucking put the Shaw back in.
And they found out.
Well, the Chase Bank wants this to happen.
Right, of course.
So they parade him around. They're like, we're going to put him back in. The Iranians go nuts, and they take over the U.S. embassy again. Okay? So then, because now Carter's in, and he's brand new, and he's a governor that's now president. He has no international.
Yeah.
He has no clue.
And by the way, what's the new Shaw doing right now?
So the new Shaw is like the guy Mogan. I forgot
Whatever his name
He
is.
wants to make a deal. He's like, hey, dude, we don't want this.
Right.
But they don't want to make a deal. There's
Right.
a U.S. senator who flies there to Iran to try to get the hostages. He talks to the Iranians. They're like, we'll give you the hostages. All we want is either a chance to talk to the UN and tell them what's going on, or talk in front of the Congress. He goes, I can make this happen. He calls back to the U.S. government, and the U.S. government goes, you are not authorized to negotiate on
Right.
that. Do not get the hostage. This is not your job.
Right.
Because Chase Bank doesn't want the hostages.
Right.
What Chase Bank wants
Yeah.
is for Carter to freeze their bank accounts.
Okay.
So he freezes their bank accounts, which causes Iran to have to fucking agree to pay off the loans. But then what George Bush Sr. does is tells them, hold them to the end till after the election so that Carter gets tagged with these fucking, with having these hostages taken, which is that everything is a giant banker's war. That whole thing was fabricated because Iran didn't want to pay Chase back on their fucking loans.
So
And-
Sam, go ahead.
Go ahead, no.
Are we
I
headed
gotta
to
listen
World
to
War
Is this
III?
weird? I
No.
feel like this is.
No,
No,
I
we
bro.
want
love
to
it.
talk about fucking.
You're too insecure, bro. This is great knowledge, dude. You got
I
your
feel like I
black
want to
belt.
do morning zoo wacky, like ha.
So Sam, are we headed towards World War III with all this shit going on?
I mean, they're trying to make it happen.
Because because the money that will be great. That monetarily, that's great. War.
Oh yeah, more war is
right,
great. And so if war ever comes to America, just know that the financial system in which you see is about to collapse because we are the center that funds everything, and they use our sons and daughters as their stormtroopers for their thing. So if war actually comes, because they don't want, they are drowning us in comfort. We're always on our phones. We're liking thick bitches on Instagram.
Yeah, more about
and
that.
We're loving
Get
like
into
fight
that.
videos
Yeah.
and
in progress.
Oh, see, now he's trying to fucking.
It's the
That's
CIA.
the CIA.
yeah, I'm with you, bro. I mean, dude, it's so funny. I did a show with Eddie Bravo, and we were in Dallas, and this drunk guy with the funniest yarmulke you've ever seen, to the point where you're like, it looked like a Don Barris character in Windy City Heat, where
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
you're overly playing
Yeah, yeah.
this guy, and he's like, I'm in the CIA. I'm here to tell Eddie Bravo they're watching him because he's talking flat Earth. I'm like, are they watching me? He's like, no, they don't care. What do I gotta do to get
Roast.
watched, bro?
Yeah.
Well, that guy was probably lying, but
So do you
Okay.
think, like, I have a question.
Yeah.
So do you think that the message gets lost in the delivery when people are talking about these types of things? Like, it's like the way you're talking about it, I feel like there's like a certain level of like, these are things you can look up. These are facts. You can put things together. Then you have things like the Oxycontin that happens, so anything's possible. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you get people to start to just, like you would say, open your eyes?
Well, you know, the biggest thing you got to do is you have to use discernment and trust your soul. You really have to listen to your soul. I mean, that's it. If something comes off as weird, it's probably weird.
yeah, I agree with that. I
You
agree
have
with
to
that.
listen to yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
like we live in a society and a culture where they've demonized depression, sadness, and anger, and they've told you that these things and anxiety, that these things are bad things. So what do? You run to, a doctor or a psychiatrist, and they're like, "Oh, you got feelings. Here, get on this medication and numb yourself out, so you can continue down the road that is making you sad, depressed, full of anxiety."
Or do a mass shooting.
Or, well, dude, we can get into all that. I mean, that's stuff on a level. They got like stuff that they have
Waves.
waves that they
Frequencies.
can program people. I mean, it's voice to skull technology, and like the craziest shit is
That's
like
super vibing.
like
Yeah.
the craziest
But dude,
shit
we're vibing so
is-
hard right now.
is how these these Gates program. Have you heard the Gates programs? These are like advanced student programs
Okay.
where like all the smart kids, your kids suddenly in your class suddenly disappear, and now they're going like they're in
Okay.
those are all data. That's data. They're trying to find out who has the characteristics for people that they're looking into. Most of your serial killers are military people.
Wow. Well, you mean they have been? They used to be.
No, they still are
Oh, you mean they're being like
trained.
Oh, wow.
Well,
okay.
like they'll be in the military and they'll show psycho things, and then they'll move them to the side and get them in these other training camps
And why are they serial killing?
because that problem, reaction, solution
Okay.
Yeah, if you have someone that's
out there killing people,
predisposition-
everyone's
his predisposition is to be a killer.
Yeah.
What better place to put them in a place where we want people to kill?
I see.
yeah. He talks about the mamas and the papas and the Laurel Canyon shit,
Yep.
but he
Charles
goes even
Manson.
deeper than that. The mamas and the papa's father was like a straight up CIA assassin, was
Yep.
killing people for
Yep.
It's like crazy, bro.
And the mind stuff that do the drugs, like on Charles Manson or the Unabomber, they all came through the same program. Through the government.
Dude, is this the weirdest show
Yeah.
ever?
I mean, I wouldn't, what do you mean? This?
I feel like
Why, because they're dropping facts? Or
yeah, like
well, but don't you do this all the time on your
yeah,
show?
I do. I
so
feel
then what the
great.
fuck are you
I
talking
just
about?
feel like,
bro,
I
be
shit
you.
in your guys' birthday
No,
cake.
bro.
No.
I just came to
Yeah,
your
you're
birthday
under
party,
a
stuck my-
misconception.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is what we want.
Okay.
We like you for
Sam's
you.
insecure about it.
No, but
I feel like I weird out everybody.
No, don't be. We're
No.
super interested.
I mean, I want to drive through a
So
wall.
is World
but-
War III coming? They're trying. Here's where it's going to get weird. October 7th was a giant false flag.
What?
What happened in Israel was a giant false flag.
How so?
Good thing we're on Patreon.
It's on Patreon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
Well, it's like they knew it was coming. So the whole thing is like the IDF says Israel's basically the size of like
was
LA,
October
Orange County,
7th?
Yeah.
down to San Diego. That's how small it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There's more Jews in New York than there are in
Right.
in-
Really?
So
Yes.
the whole thing is
Oi.
that the IDF can get anywhere in Israel in 35 minutes. That is what they bragged about. It took them 5 hours to get there.
And there's a lot of, to back Sam up, there's a lot of evidence. They knew this was coming. This was
They
planned,
just came
this
out.
was planned
but
a
it just
year
came
ago.
out that they had the plan, right?
Yeah.
Because after the fact, because no one
No,
pays
but what I'm saying
attention.
is like, dude, I always say it doesn't make any sense, this attack. Like why? I always say what Hamas did would be like walking up to Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
slapping him on the face,
Yeah.
and then going like this. What you gonna do?
Yeah,
And then
100%.
it's like
Iran.
why would you attack a place like that controls the water, power, and all the stuff they control for the
Yeah.
people you
Yeah.
pretend to protect?
Yeah.
It's a bigger play with
makes no
Iran.
sense.
So I'm gonna say
World
this.
War III.
Makes no sense.
So there's video of IDF helicopters shooting. I mean, like, dude, it's crazy because they wanted Netanyahu. There was going to be a giant march demanding that he step down. That never happened now. And now they're like slowly taking over Gaza, which is like, there's a lot of stuff about that. Canal. You know, the Suez Canal is the only canal around there. So Israel is also the quickest land bridge to get goods from Africa and Asia to Europe. So you can only go through one thing, which is the Suez Canal. But there's also another canal that they want to put through, which would go right through Gaza. So that's why they're just carpet bombing the fuck out of them right now. But we can do also some other like fun conspiracies, like
We got three
Jeffrey Epstein was killed. Right?
different.
I don't think I think there's a possibility that he didn't.
Most people think he's alive.
Oh, really?
His plane went to Antarctica.
Yeah.
They show the
And
flight.
how about Maxwell? Like,
Yeah.
No one's
surprised she's
curious.
alive.
No one's.
Yeah, I can't
no one,
believe
I
it.
can't believe she's
And-
alive.
you're not curious about
we-
what's in those and all the logs she had, all the names. We haven't got one.
She's
name.
in jail.
Wait.
Prison?
Let me ask Sam this. Let me ask
Okay.
this. So I always think about Epstein, and I think to myself, if you're like Epstein's lawyer, I would have gone to the state attorney, whoever, just and been like, hey, listen, I want immunity for my guy, and I'll give you 500 of the most powerful people in the world.
Correct.
And videos and everything you want.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like they got on a text thread.
Yep.
And it was Bill Clinton, all these guys like, yeah, that guy got to go.
Yeah.
That's how it probably happened. They probably say, yeah, they say, well, should we make it look like an accident? They're like, no. I don't care.
Doesn't
if
matter.
you burn the bitch down.
Kill everyone.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Don't let him
he
talk.
gotta go.
Everyone.
Don't let him near Mike.
And he probably still got some secret files like, get me out of here.
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people think the Clintons are like
Whoever
that they
it was.
took it out. I think there's an argument that within that power structure, Jeffrey Epstein was above the Clintons. I mean, you see like the embarrassing paintings that
Yeah.
he has.
Yeah.
Like if you came over to your friend's house and he had a painting of you in a dress,
We're
you'd
fighting.
be like, what the fuck
No, we're
are we
fighting.
doing here?
No, we're
So
fighting.
weird.
And I'm
That is
taking
so
so
shit
weird.
on.
Yeah, I would do
we
that for
would-
Eric, and we would
we
laugh.
would
We'd have a
do
good
that.
time.
Like, yeah, that's in his house. I think
That is
he
really
that.
weird.
Wild.
That's gangster.
You know, I think
To have
took him
that
out.
and be like,
Ultimate
you're
gangster.
No,
move.
it is gangster.
Oh,
you
yeah.
come over, you're
president?
You're the former president of the United States, and then you go to a guy's house and he's like, yeah, that's you in a dress.
And
So
you know
you-
he's having parties. Like, look
He's
at this
like, well, man,
bitch.
take
Look,
it
he's
down.
right there. Look at this
I
bitch.
have video
it
of
done.
you. I won't take it down.
He's like,
I'll
take
have
it down. And he's like,
I
he
have
pulls
video
up
of
the
you.
video.
Yeah.
You getting sucked off by
Bro.
a chimpanzee.
That's so weird.
You know
All
what
of that
I think
is so
took him out?
crazy.
Queen Elizabeth,
What's that? Who? Say it again.
the Queen.
What about her?
Oh, what do you think? Here's a fun.
I think she took him out.
What do you think's in her letter?
If somebody did,
Who?
Jeffrey
Epstein.
Epstein.
Queen Elizabeth,
kid,
most powerful
right?
person of all time.
Yeah, everybody
I mean, look
thinks
at- look
she's
what he's
just
got.
some idiot. She's like super powerful. She owns more land than everybody
She's
else.
the most powerful.
She technically owns all the United States, all of Canada, all of Australia, all the UK,
And the whales
all
and
of-
dolphins around England.
all of.
It's weird. She has rights to 'em.
Wow. Well, what you could. Okay, so now with technology.
Here's a crazy
Okay.
thing
Okay.
for
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
So, can you name me the 3 places on planet Earth that pay
No.
taxes? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, already know.
No
Just
taxes, follow no laws of any country. They're a sovereign nation
No.
into themselves.
Narnia.
Okay, you ready?
The Vatican.
The Vatican.
Arizona.
No.
No.
Brendan.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Nevada.
No. Okay.
No.
So the
Israel.
Vatican.
No.
You said the Vatican.
The Vatican's what?
Okay. Which is in.
Switzerland, one of your places that
No.
you're talking about.
No.
Tell us.
The city of London. Have you ever heard of the city of London? Not London.
No.
The city of
Don't
London.
know what that is.
The city of London. And then the other one is D.C., Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Washington, D.C. is technically not part of the United States. It is not a state.
Okay.
It is a sovereign territory.
Okay.
Okay? And what
Okay.
does the Vatican... The city of London is where the headquarters of all the banks are.
Okay.
If Queen
It's in
Elizabeth,
London.
it's a part of London.
It's not London, but
not
it's in London, right? Yes.
It doesn't pay any taxes
Gotcha.
to England. Doesn't do any
Okay,
of that stuff.
okay.
If Prince Charles wants to enter the city of London, he has to ask for permission from the mayor of the city of London. And it's a big ceremony.
Okay.
It's not just like, hey, I'm coming over. Can we smoke some
So
weed?
is it? Wait, quick question. Just follow up. So is the mayor of London, the city of London? You would say that on the hierarchy, he's more powerful than.
No, I would say he's just a
He's got his own
manager
shit.
of
he's like a middle management.
that.
It's like
area.
Andre
So who's in-
3000.
who's in
It's
charge
like,
of that place?
You can't. Yeah.
Who's in
You
charge
can't
of the
say
city of
he's
London?
like a rapper.
All
He's more than that.
the Babylonian banking families that go past fucking Rome.
We're just 3 idiots.
It's the same families.
No, it's not. You're not an idiot if you asked for knowledge.
Yeah.
I know. No, I'm just saying.
No,
that,
we
like,
were being dumb.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were being
But wait.
dumb.
So.
I'm saying it's wild.
So hold on. So okay. All right. So
jacking each other off
so
over
the
there?
mayor of the city of London, you said,
Yeah.
is equivalent to who in DC?
He would just be the mayor of D.C. They're
Right, got
middle
it. Okay,
management
okay, the
people.
mayor of DC, okay.
So they're not
Okay.
running anything.
All
They're
right.
just,
Yeah. No, I understand.
they're
So
just pushing. They're middle management people.
Okay.
What if the other one
So
was
so
city of
so the
Compton?
city of London represents what? Banking,
yeah.
finance.
Okay.
So we have the Vatican represents religion.
Yeah.
You have City of London represents
Yeah.
banking.
Yeah.
What does D.C. represent?
Politics.
Military.
Okay.
How do you control people? Religion, military,
Full
banking.
circle. you
Now
fucking
that's
idiot.
vibing. Now that is a crazy vibe.
Vibing, dude. I
Old
love
banking families run everything.
That's the real Illuminati.
All the way back. Like, dude, have
Tell
you
me
ever
about the
heard of the black
Rothschilds.
nobility? Isn't that crazy that there's not a rap group called the black nobility?
It is crazy.
That's crazy. But there's literally a group of old banking families that go farther back than even Rome that are called the black nobility.
Now, has anybody tried to say, really expose this or change the system? Has there been a person like a champion of, say, I don't want to say justice, but a champion?
Yeah,
of
I mean, like
truth?
Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln,
Dead.
President Andrew Jackson, dead.
Dead,
Anybody who tried to get rid of the Federal Reserve,
JFK.
dead, dog.
Yep.
Dude, JFK.
JFK. Tell him.
Yeah. There was like 4 people that killed. So a lot of people like argue about whether Trump's election against Biden was rigged. Do you guys know that one of the most rigged elections of all time, JFK versus Nixon?
Well, I think they rig
Mafia.
all of them.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. They are. Yeah, it's
mafia
fucking
money
nuts.
they want
But
in
then you
there.
get into all this, this new thing I got in trouble on. It's like gangster rap, CIA, all this music, CIA. Dude, NWA straight up was formed.
Fuck.
Ice Cube is the Larry the Cable Guy of hip hop. Okay, he's just a character. He's playing a fucking character. He's from a fucking. No, I'm not
From a
saying
nice
he's a
part.
rich kid, but he
I know.
had 2 parents who worked for the city, and he went to private school. The Dr. Dre is like,
Yeah.
dude, he's like, you listen to Let Me Ride. It's the most hilarious,
Yeah.
ridiculous
Right.
lyrics I've ever heard in my
Right,
life.
right.
It's like if you asked a white kid from like
Yeah.
Iowa to write a gangster song. I got hollow tips for these bitches. It's like
Yeah.
the most hilarious shit you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
And they're just doing that to control and sway the public.
Because they wanted everybody to get into that
Okay.
drug
Well, I have-
drug dealing, gang banging
Just
shit.
seems so hard to
Because
do.
you think it started a week ago.
No,
but it
I
started.
understand.
It's literally
Yeah.
generations. They
Yeah.
don't care
Well,
if
let
they
me-
complete it in their lifetime. It's a slow
yeah,
rollout
yeah.
to control. It's a spiritual war. And
Yeah.
if you really want to get into it,
We're
everything
into it,
is
Tim.
about.
Stop fucking asking us. We're into it.
Everything
Is
is
about-
God
We're in 4th gear,
versus
bud.
fallen angels, and you have
wow.
within all these other spiritual disciplines, whether it's Vedic astrology, Hinduism, they all talk. God banished entities trapped down in here, and it is the war between those 2 things.
Jesus
And it
Christ.
go.
Well, I have a question.
We gotta start
So
fighting,
sorry.
dude.
So do
I
you
am
think-
so sorry.
No, it's fine, Sam. So do you think that does it seem as if Trump do they want Trump to destabilize the democracy?
And who's they?
Well, I don't know. Who get the
Yeah, yeah,
banking?
got
the
it, got it,
people?
got it, got it.
Like because it feels as if like
higher ups.
continuously talking about this
Mm-hmm.
election being stolen and rigged. It seems to be counterproductive to
Well,
maintaining the
Th-
status
that,
quo.
Yeah.
that could be part of the demoralization campaign. Whitney Webb came on and said they purposely are going to steal it so you feel no power. They want you to feel no power because you have all the power. Everything is a manifestation. They are dark arts occultists, and everything is a manifestation ritual to get you to do what they want. That's it. If you study 9/11, it was all Aleister Crowley numerology, dude.
Oh wow! All right. Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, too much. Too
no,
much.
No. I just
tried
mean
to bring it back
I don't.
to NWA and Larry the Cable Guy.
I mean I know nothing about it. I don't. Wait.
No, but you blew our minds with that.
Yeah.
That's like what?
I don't disagree with you, Sam. I don't know anything about it.
So
The
biggest
9/11
thing
stuff
for
is
you
when I jump out.
Why am I
I
going to
don't- I
pay
don't like
attention
it.
to all this? You don't have to. You could actually be like,
Understood, yeah.
I don't want to listen
Totally.
to any of it. But then that feeds into the system.
That's what they
Understood,
want.
But if
understood.
you know what's going on, it seems exhausting. It seems exhausting. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
it's everywhere. But when you
Well,
start
you seem
to,
powerless because what can you do?
yeah, because when
Facts.
you understand what they're doing, you pull your energy. You stop paying attention.
Yeah.
When you stop paying attention, you stop giving them your energy.
But I
and
feel like
pull
you've paid
yourself
more
out.
attention, Sam.
No, listen.
Yeah,
do
it
you
does
understand
feel
why
like-
Hollywood is freaking out? They're always like, they're losing so much money. They don't care about money. They can
Power.
print all the money. You already see these fucking corporations going, we've lost $4 trillion doing all this fucking woke shit.
Yeah.
And they want the Federal Reserve to bail them out with
Yeah.
$4 trillion.
Right.
Because it's not about the money. It's you're not paying attention anymore to what the fuck they are doing.
They want distractions.
They want
Yeah,
propaganda.
interesting.
That's why they
They
start
want
sports.
magic tricks.
So woke is being woke is a good distraction.
Being woke was trying to demoralize you, which is the whole thing is cultural Marxism, which is to get you not to believe your eyes, your ears,
Yeah.
or the wisdom of your experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're watching this thing, you're like, why is this trans person dominating this woman's basketball game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's a woman. You're like, no, it's not. They don't want you to trust that. They
Mm-hmm.
want you to constantly be in a state
Doubt.
of doubt.
Yep.
That's what they want. So when you realize that, you can pull yourself out of it. And that's why the whole thing is collapsing on itself, because no one's watching their shit and the magic tricks aren't working anymore. That's why it's more freeing.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
also
yeah,
think
yeah.
like you know, what is that? Like Botox, for instance. Like I feel like now is going to be around the time that all the dangers of Botox is going to come out.
Oh, yeah, for
like,
sure.
with, like now
How
all
about
the
fucking vaping, bro?
yeah, all that stuff. You know, like I say, I always say, my baseline for anything now is what happened with like how we allowed OxyContin to be sold by doctors and stuff.
Yeah.
So once that's out there, anything's
Right,
possible.
right, crazy, yeah.
Anything's
The
possible.
biggest thing, and nobody wants to.
like Wi-Fi could really be killing us.
Oh,
and
it's
then-
totally fucking
yeah,
you up.
You know, it's the cell phone. Their biggest control
for
is
sure.
the cell
That's why our
phone.
sperm counts are so low.
Yep.
Because
Not mine.
those things are cooking. Yeah.
I keep
but
having
you hear
kids.
when you
we,
hear
we have some good
Yeah,
guns
yeah, yeah,
in here,
yeah, yeah.
right? Everyone's
Yeah, yeah.
blasted
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
with a high body
True.
count.
Yeah,
So we
we
go,
did it.
bang,
Yeah.
bro, bang.
no, but it's like that's what I'm saying. So like, you know, I start to think like when like you can't just discount anything you hear. And then in terms of like your ears, eyes, and senses and everything what you just said, it's like there's a few things that you look at and you go, hey, how did this happen?
Yeah.
You know, it's like so those are the ones. It's like so we just always go back to like JFK, for instance.
Right.
Who now thinks that it was
No.
just one guy in the
That's obviously,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's one of those things where you go, well, how did this? You know, and we still don't know, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is a depopulation campaign, too. They don't want because they're demonic. It's all about less children are God. I mean, I'm super getting into all this spiritual shit. I'm not into organized religion, but I'm getting into that because I just realized that, like, everything's a lie. They want you to disconnect from that because you have no hope. The farther you get from God, the more your anxiety goes up. The closer you get to God, the more it's this thing I call simple versus easy. Easy is drugs, alcohol, pornography, fast food,
Yep.
90-day fiance,
Cell
all that
phones.
brain rot shit, right?
Love that show.
Dude, Ink Master's mine. I could watch that all day, never leave my house watching
right.
these fucking tattoos, but it's all brain rot. And then the other simple is like prayers, working out, family, eating right, helping others. Like that's what it is. And look what they've demonized all that shit. Don't go to the gym, don't work out, all that shit.
Body shaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
eat right.
Fat is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Like,
Again,
how
don't-
can you? I always say to myself, how can you? It must be so
I
hard.
like
to,
fat chicks. They have tighter
I'm saying,
vaginas.
it must be so hard to live like this. You're like, you see someone 500 pounds. It must be so hard for you to see that person and be like, "Fuck."
It pushes it
but then,
together.
but then at the same way, you have to- with your friends, got to be like, "Oh, she's so beautiful." That must be so hard. How do those people live like
Well,
that?
it's like white women are the worst.
Yeah, how do they live?
Whenever you're watching like Drag Queen Story Hour, it's some lily white chick with her lily white baby. Like, oh my God, I'm so woke. Because they have it so good.
Yeah.
They feel so guilty about it.
yeah.
I've learned this thing that like we need basic needs like food, shelter, clothing. But the one they never talk about is purpose. People need purpose. And when you're born into something where the first three are taken care of,
Yeah.
you start to take on even other people's purpose. Like towards the end of Black Lives Matter, I used to play this game called Find the Black Person at the BLM March.
Yeah.
It was all white chicks like doing yoga poses.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just like, because their life is so good, they take on other people's pain and
That's
suffering.
why the white women that are become trans, they're the ones that can't deal with it. They're the only ones going out in public at places because they can't handle. Wait, I have privilege.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you gave that away
You
when you
gave
want to
that
be.
up.
Yeah, you never see a person of color
And
acting
it's
like
just
that.
Never.
So crazy.
Never.
You
So-
never see a trans person of color is just kind of like, hey, I'm just living my life. I like this now, and I'm gonna move on with my life. It's always some white fuck who's
so
like,
what's the weirdest story? So Legos
So annoying.
did this study. They wanted to find out why fucking
It's like a vaudeville comedian. Legos.
how boys and girls play with Legos.
Yeah.
So this will explain why wokeness, right? So they discovered that when boys play with a Lego, right? Let's say they take Batman, right? They'll be like, I'm Batman. I'm fighting crime. I'm going to go stop the Joker. But when girls play with it, they make Batman themselves. So it's like Batman's going shopping. Batman's going to do kissy.
Right.
So like when you do a comedy show and it's all your boys, what happens? A woman comes up, where's the woman in the show? How come there's no? Because they can't see themselves. They always insert themselves into it, which is like, did you study what was happening with Blade? They kept doing these rewrites on the make of Blade. And it went from Blade, black fucking vampire killer, to like, he became the fourth lead in his own movie.
Oh, really?
And it was like 3 chicks who like, it became Sex in the City and Blade, right? Where they're like, hey, we're trying to work our shit out. Let's make the world a better place. Because they have to insert themselves into everything. It's just their wiring.
Holy fucking shit.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's over an
I'm
hour.
done.
Nah,
Thank
you're
you,
good.
Sam.
You're the man, Bert. Thank you.
That was too weird.
Hopefully you
No, it
fucks
wasn't. It was
learned
good.
something.
Great, man.
I'll be in Brea.
Fuck it, no,
Okay.
we're not- who
I know. I'm
cares?
just saying I will be in Brea.
I'll be
I
in
will be in
places.
Oxnard if the powers that be let me.
I'm gonna be in the city of London. I'm gonna be in.
Let's let Sam say his dates.
Yeah. What are your dates?
Sam.
Oh, I'm going to be at El Monte on the 16th. I'm doing my international tour of Northeast America where I'm going Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Where is it? Yeah, right there. Cleveland, Pottstown, and then Pittsburgh, which is spelled wrong, but doing that, and then I'm doing Batavia. Go to samtripoli.com. Check out, last thing I want to hawk is I'm doing a children's comic book because I'm watching all this children's program. It's really woke. Every guy on it's creepy as shit. It's like, I want to see your history browser, bro. And so it's called the Chaos Twins. If you go to chaostwins.com, you can support. We made enough money to make a comic book series, and now we're going to make an animation.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's very
Oh, cool.
cool.
Good for you.
Because I used to bring my girls to these tiny little like indoor places. I'd be like, the Chaos Twins are here. So.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
right.
Yo, we love
Thanks
Sam
for having me on,
Tripoli. We
guys.
love Sam.
Oh, Sam.
Thank you.